Finding wolves is so easy. So easy. Finding wolf food isn't that easy. Finding people that are willing to go do something about our wolf problem is probably the hardest thing to do. I mean, one of the most easiest accessible places, the head of the Pemberton Valley, or upper, I'm mid-Pemberton Valley, and when fed my horses, decided I was going to take a quick peek, see if there's any wolves running around. What's the first thing I find is wolf track, and then a handful of birds, eagles, ravens. It's like, okay, they killed something, as usual. Right by the mountain goat cliffs. And it doesn't take long. You can see their tracks going up and down the bank up here. And you can see blood from about 100 yards away. Right there. You can see the wolf tracks coming down the bank. And of course, there's wolf tracks all over the plowed road. That's where the mountain goats are. There's going to be a couple deer wintering up and that stuff up there. So, obviously they ran it down the mountain off the bank. So I'm going to go in there and find out what it was, how fresh it was, and I'm probably going to go in here in the morning or tonight and I'm going to whack the wolves. Here's where they started a little pea post here. Classic, typical, perfect spot to put a foot trap and grab them. Very simple. Here's another one here. They've been laying down. See the tracks coming up. Peeing on top of that. Very easy place to catch one. Yes, there is active trappers apparently up here trying to get any wolves, and I don't see them here doing anything. Here's their trail. They're all using the exact same footprint. And I'll go walk up here and find out what they whacked. I'll guarantee these guys are listening to me or watching me right now. These tracks are all brand new. They're up above me, without a doubt. First sign of success. This thing's probably gonna be in the creek. Usually when game animals give it up on the run, they go straight downhill into the creek or the ice. You can already see the blood from here. Right there. Snowshoes are usually handy. There it is. Like a deer. They definitely haven't finished with it. Looks like a young one. Ran it down the bank and straight up the hill. All right, so they're hungry. These guys are hungry. There's definitely not as many deer as there was. There's far more wolves than there isn't, so these guys are going to stick around for sure. For any of you, what the tactic for this would be, seeing how this is off the main plowed logging road, and the good thing is it's on a slope hill like this, right? And wolves always come from above their kill, or you always come from above your bait as well, always. So you don't even have to guess about it. You already know they're going to be above this little bait pile here, this fresh kill. So I might come back, the sooner the better, obviously. So I'm going to come back today, probably for the last hour of light, and I am going to put on the snow camo jacket, my rifle. I don't have my boom speaker to use my wolf calls on my moose from my moose hunting app. Yeah, I gotta go to Vancouver get another one. So, well, I'll probably just use my voice. I'll wait it out, but it's basically the chances of me shooting a couple of these wolves this evening are ridiculously high. It doesn't get better than a fresh kill like this with a wide open bank above like that, especially when I start calling. Because as soon as they hear me calling, it's going to be an absolute challenge and disrespect to them. and it's going to make them more apt to step out in the open to come and kick my ass, and then I'm going to pump them with a few 300 short magnum rounds, just like all you should be doing too. So I drove up the road a little farther, and sure enough, here's the pack all running up straight up the mountain, back up into the timber on the side that you want them to be on, which takes them straight above the kill, which is just up there, probably 250 yards. They're up there right now, and they didn't run down the paved road. I mean, they didn't run down the plowed road, so guarantee they're here. They're listening to me right now, guaranteed. And so they're not going to come back down here for a bit, but they'll come back down and it starts getting dark for sure. So I'm going to get them. Funny, they actually ran down the side of this, right side of this log spillway too. You see that? They used that. Funny, they recognized that snow was being packed from this fresh log that came down and paved them a route. But you see how important that is to them? It's just like a sled trail or plowed road. But they know exactly where they're going to be able to run up and down like nothing. Crazy. Hello, Moose. There's wolf bait. Won't be long till they try to take this thing down. You might want to go back up the road, buddy.